Hi, everybody. Welcome to what I want to call Rott Tawliks. Rott Tawliks. I'm Scotty, and this is my boyfriend. I mean, my colleague, Alex. I'm sorry, buddy. He's my colleague. Yeah.
How did you even make that mistake?
I was thinking of something else. Anyway, so you're probably wondering what's going on here. What is Rott Tawliks? Well, I've been thinking, Scott Topics is a great segment. Raw with Rawlik is not as great. It's up there. And I thought we should mesh it together because you and I, we don't get to bounce our ideas off each other very much. And I think that's something all of you out there would like to hear, is how we mesh. And we don't get a lot of screen time together, and I think that's unfortunate. So let's try and bring that up.
You don't remember the whole incident with the Frisbees and the trunk, and then there was that thing at my apartment with the date and Michigan football and you trying to feed me toilet bleach?
Oh my God, those were all being filmed? Dude, I wasn't even dressed up for that.
You were wearing a suit both of the times that I saw you.
Yeah, that's my standard outfit though. It's like my thing. I always wear a suit. When I'm on camera, off camera, in the shower, when I'm cooking, when I'm at the range.
Which range? Is it the
range,
gun range or
the home
golf?
on the range?
Oh.
Kind of a combination of the two, golf and guns.
All right. Let's talk about football. Michigan football kept rolling this weekend with a 78-point win over Rutgers, and those were some pretty ridiculous numbers.
Yeah, and how about this criticism that they're getting, that they're being classless by running up the score? I mean, when you look at the circumstances, that's just not the case.
Well, two things. And these have been covered in the media pretty well by now, but I think we should reiterate them since our show reaches far more people than ESPN.
That's true.
First, most of these classless remarks are coming from disgruntled MSU fans, which seems to be a bit ironic considering Michigan State has historically been the epitome of classless garbage.
Sorry. It's not said out of spite either, folks. I mean, this whole Michigan State is classic rhetoric, we're not pulling it out of our We take what they give us. That is some true stuff.
Seriously. And second, Rutgers was talking shit all year, and it didn't make any sense. They suck. They sucked last year. They lost to Michigan by 33 in the 2015 season. How did they think the situation would improve this year? I'd be willing to bet right now that Rutgers never beats Michigan while Jim Harbaugh is the coach.
Oh, that's pretty bold. Now, we were talking earlier this weekend, and you said you actually got to meet Jim Harbaugh. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. There was an event at the M-Den.
Wow, I get mistaken for Harbaugh all the time.
Really?
Yes, I do all the time.
Because
Because I'm wearing my hat, and I've got that jawline, and I'm wearing my khakis.
You just said you wear a suit all the time. When do you wear these khakis and the hat combo? I don't...
So tell me how exactly you got to meet the greatest man in the world.
So I was walking down the street and I saw him in the M-Den, and you just had to buy a book. It was his book, co-authored by David Turnley, a Pulitzer Prize winning
I thought it was
photographer.
A Pulitzer Prize. What, a photographer writing a book?
Yeah, no, it's not written. It's actually like a picture book, and there's like a pretty lengthy introduction by Jim Harbaugh. It's called Enthusiasm Unknown to Mankind. You should pick it up. It's really good.
I think they plagiarized that catchphrase.
Anyway, no, but you just had to buy the book, and I got to go, and I met him, and I was a little embarrassed, but...
Oh, no, dude, don't be. I mean, I would totally buy a book for whatever price if it meant I could meet him. That would be just awesome. I don't know what I wouldn't do to meet Jim Harbaugh.
How convenient. That's actually what the next segment is called. What would you do for a Klondike bar? And by Klondike bar, I mean a chance to meet Jim Harbaugh. Scotty, since I've already met him,
I'm so jelly.
I will ask you the questions.
Sure.
So would you be willing to fail a class in order to meet him?
I mean, I do a pretty good job of that without this extra incentive, so sure, I'll fail them all. Let's go.
Okay, all right. So how about pushing Ryan down the stairs?
You mean that thing I did this morning? Yeah, I'll push Ryan down the stairs. I'll do that every day in my life. I hate him.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, would you throw a rock at President Schlissel?
Like, would I get in trouble for it?
I mean, negative consequences should be heavily implied, yes.
Does he understand the context, like why I'm throwing it? Do I have to throw it hard?
Scotty, yes or no? Do you throw the rock at President Schlissel?
I don't know. That's too difficult, man. I need to think this through a little bit more.
All right. Let's try an easier one. Would you kill someone?
Well, I mean,
Scotty, it is very scary to me that you hesitate that much just to straight up say no.
I'm not going to kill some innocent random person. I mean, could it be like Hitler or one of these clowns that's been running around? Or...
Scotty, you are a clown.
Oh, that's very kind. And what does meeting Jim Harbaugh even really entail in this situation? Is there a prospect for us to be friends afterwards? Could he adopt me? Could he marry me?
What the f? No! You could meet him and he'd remember you and maybe you guys would exchange emails or fax or be pen pals over the summer or something. But no, you wouldn't marry him.
So could I threaten President Slissel to command Harbaugh to be friends with me? Otherwise, I will throw the rock at him.
Listen, Scotty, you're no fun to play this game with.
I see. Don't you end a sentence with a preposition at me, young man. We won't have that here.
All right, I'm almost out of patience. Let's talk really quickly about the rest of Michigan's season. How do you see them finishing?
I see 1, maybe 2 losses. It'll be a toss-up in East Lansing, and we're going to lose by 10 points in Columbus.
Are you serious? You really think it'll be a close game versus Michigan State?
Michigan State has nothing else to live for this season. They are absolutely horrific. They will be saving all energy, all strategy, and any effort they have left for that game. Michigan needs to be careful not to get caught off guard, and I caution all of our fellow Wolverines out there to not get cocky.
I think that's ridiculous and overestimating. The talent gap is just too big. The coaching is so much better. Michigan State is very beat up, and they can't even find a quarterback. And we're pissed off, too, thanks to the whole punt fiasco last year.
I am much more hopeful there, admittedly, for the win in East Lansing than I am for the one in Columbus. It's going to be another solid beat down at the Horseshoe.
Are you insane? It'll be a top 5 matchup.
It was a top 10 matchup last year, and what happened? We got blown out.
And DJ Durkin was out there trying to get the Maryland job. He didn't plan for the game at all.
Well, you know what? Jim Harbaugh was still the coach. So what has changed there? He's still our coach.
Yeah, we have a better defensive coordinator now. And on top of that, Ohio State's offense isn't clicking on as many cylinders as it was last season.
So you're just going with the whole "it's Jim Harbaugh" rhetoric. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
I'm so sick of that. For Christ's sake, it's Harbaugh this, Harbaugh that. He's not a miracle worker, okay?
You just said that you would kill someone for a chance to meet Jim Harbaugh.
I implied that.
You are not making any sense.
Look, I'm just trying to say that we shouldn't be getting our hopes up or getting cocky. That never pays off. I have been watching Michigan play these rivalry games for over a decade. And how many times are we getting screwed over?
Listen, Jim Harbaugh wasn't our coach then.
Yeah. You just made the same argument that I did. I was telling you that you were.
You say that he's...
Rich Rodriguez, Brady Hoke, always high expectations going to the MSU
Yeah, and the difference was they weren't good coaches here. Jim Harbaugh turned around the University of San Diego.
Look what he did. Compare those guys.
Look what he did with Alex Smith. That is a miracle.
All right, it doesn't matter what quality the coaching is. I plead the 19th.
The 19th?
Yes, I plead the 19th Amendment.
So you're telling me that you plead a woman's right to vote?
That's correct.
That doesn't make any sense.
You know what makes sense here is that you're sexist. You're a sexist.
No, I'm not. I'm about as accepting and open as the next guy.
Then why can't you accept that we're going to lose to Ohio State?
Oh, my God, Scotty. It's not a certainty. Even though we've lost like 11 of the last 12 or whatever it is, it's not certain.
There are only 4 certainties in life. Death, taxes, Star Wars, and chicks.
All right, I think that's enough for today. Scotty, it was great to have you back at the desk. It's really been a while.
Me too.
Okay, well, that wraps it up for this segment. Be sure to tune in next week for a full episode of the Ultimate Sports Show. Go Blue and hooray sports.